University of Maine School of Law is a great place to attend law school.
The University of Maine School of Law is wonderful for so many reasons.
The school is an excellent place to get a solid foundation in marine law and maritime law, and equally in international law.
Maine really actually has it all. Proximity to Boston is not the only thing, we're also close to Canada, so you get a little bit of international experience.
Maine is I think, a wonderful place to study environmental law.
It's a great place to study business law.
Thinking about what law school to go to is a very important decision.
I knew after talking to many alums that this was the place to be if you want to be a practicing attorney.
Maine Law affords me the opportunity to balance school life with a family life.
I have found an extremely welcoming environment. The community has embraced me and I've embraced this environment. Maine Law has a wonderful learning environment. The stress and strain of the competitiveness is gone.
The atmosphere that's provided by the staff, the faculty, the students is one that is very inviting and it's very conducive to the study of law.
The professionals that come from this law school are excellent, and this can be attributed to the professors and their teaching excellence.
I think that's why we have such a high success rate on the bar exam.
The faculty here have been warm and welcoming, and they're all really, really smart.
Everybody over here is brilliant.
It's of course a small school. There are approximately 90 to 100 students in each of the classes.
The benefit of having such a small class at such a great school is that you have intimate access to your professors and you know pretty much everybody in your class.
And there's a lot of camaraderie that develops, and I think that's pretty unique.
My colleagues or my fellow students, I felt, were now a family.
The strength of this law school is our students.
I find at Maine Law that there's great diversity. Maine in itself, as well as Maine Law, is very accepting.
The students in my class have a wide range of experiences that they're bringing to the classroom.
We have students from a variety of backgrounds, and they bring those backgrounds into the classroom and into the culture of the law school.
Those rich and vast experiences really add to the classroom discussion and the classroom dynamic.
What makes the University of Maine School of Law such a brilliant choice is the intimacy that you find in the experience. Your professors are accessible to you. Your professors have open door policies. It is not uncommon to simply walk into the dean's office if you have some issues or some concerns or questions about the experience or even some suggestions.
I really wanted to be where there were practicing attorneys who are acting as professors. And so you're going to be learning from your civil procedure teacher that he was Martin Luther King's lawyer. You're going to be learning your secured transaction and bankruptcy classes from someone who had worked at White & Case, Arnold & Porter, the top law firms in New York City.
One of the things that I think really separates Maine Law from other law schools is the access that students have to the faculty. I also just find the professors very willing to work with students.
The faculty at this school are very devoted to their classroom teaching. We bring a lot of energy to that teaching, we bring a lot of creativity. We take very seriously our relationships with our students. We really want to see them succeed and learn and do well.
The fact that it is the only law school here in Maine allows you to network with people very easily.
There are a number of exciting opportunities that our students have had over recent years. 2 students did a 3-day civil jury trial in federal district court here. Another student recently had the opportunity to argue a case before the Maine Supreme Judicial Court, and the student did the entire argument herself, and it was a thrilling experience for her.
In the international area, we have a vigorous exchange program. We have students coming here from France, and we have the opportunity for our own students to study at 2 universities in France, at Dalhousie University in Canada, at the National University of Ireland in Galway, Ireland, and we have an arrangement for students to take advantage of the International Maritime Law Institute in Malta, which is part of the United Nations system.
We're always doing exciting work, often on issues of innovation in the ocean. So it may be innovative ways that fisheries are managed. It may be issues related to offshore wind, which is a big issue in Maine, and it will be an ever-growing issue in the state, or other issues related to energy conservation. And anywhere where science and law intersect is where you'll find the Center for Law and Innovation.
We have endangered species issues. We have obviously the ocean right here. We have all sorts of marine issues, huge areas of forest, public lands, private lands, water quality issues, water quantity issues, air quality issues. Just about any sort of environmental issue you're interested in studying, you can find an example of here in Maine close to you. So it's a very interesting laboratory. It's a place where the things you learn in the classroom have direct relevance to what you see outside of the classroom.
One aspect of the law school that I've been very impressed with is the number of clinical opportunities that exist to students. Starting in your second year, you can become involved with externships, and externships, there's wide-ranging experiences to work with the U.S. Attorney's Office, to work with the State Attorney General's Office, to work with public interest entities in the state of Maine. What I found in my clinical experience is that it helps to really enforce what I've already learned in the classroom, to get a chance to work with practitioners, which really helps to solidify the content that you're learning from your professors.
There's access, direct access for internships. There's an ability to have hands-on experience with the legal environment here in Maine.
We are highly respected by the courts, who value the services the students provide. Also garnering great respect from the attorneys and the Maine Bar.
Other law schools have intellectual property law clinics, but very few of them have the opportunity to work with several registered patent lawyers and patent agents. It's a great opportunity here at the University of Maine School of Law if you think you want to combine a background in science, technology, and law.
The local bar is very involved in the law school. They spend a lot of volunteer time with students as mentors. You can study business law, get a fantastic education, get a great job either in Maine or outside of the state in large cities.
Students get to use the entire community, the entire legal profession, the entire judiciary as part of the learning environment. It's very small, and in a small state we also have access to the bench, the bar, leaders in the community, in government.
That sense of openness and intimacy and collaboration permeates the law school experience at the University of Maine School of Law.
Maine Law has really been a great stepping stone to start my career, and I'm very, very pleased that I came here.
I'm definitely challenged here. I really feel that the education I'm getting here is top-notch, top-rate. I definitely recommend Maine as a school.
We have an excellent placement rate in the career world.
On the recommendation of some lawyers that work in this area and out of the area, if I wanted to work in Maine, they suggested that Maine Law was a place that I should go. They often seek out Maine Law students first when they're filling positions. We know what they're going to get out of a Maine Law student.
Having come here, I know that I can certainly lead a balanced life after learning from these people how to go about being a great attorney, an ethical attorney, but also continuing to be myself.
Come join us. I'm sure you'll love it here as much as I do. Look forward to seeing you.